SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Thursday, July 19th, 2012. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Today in the Finis Monitor, we'll talk to Lauren Neidigh, who is working to raise money for a former coach who is now in a coma, fighting for her life after a recent accident during a triathlon race. Lauren, who will be a sophomore at the University of Florida, joins us right now from Jacksonville, Florida. Hi, Lauren. Welcome to the Morning Swim Show. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. So let's talk about this coach that you're working to raise money for, Clare Blackwell. Tell us about the circumstances that led to her accident.
Well, while we were at Olympic trials, Claire was competing in the Nice, France Ironman, and she was competing to raise money for a charity that her family helped establish called the Children's Cancer Fund. Unfortunately, we got some news that she had been in a pretty severe accident while on the bike leg of the triathlon. She was hit by an ambulance that was trying to help another injured competitor. And she has both her legs casted up. They had to shave her hair, and she had life-threatening brain injuries and is slowly fighting to make a recovery.
And how's she doing now?
She's doing better right now. They pulled her from the medically induced coma, so she's actually able to communicate a little bit through signals, and sometimes she speaks a little bit. And her family's been kind enough to keep us updated, so she's doing better, but still a long way from a full recovery.
I'm sure, but that's definitely got to be some good news that she's being very responsive.
Yeah, of course.
So tell us about this, what I would think is a unique fundraising opportunity you're helping to help pay for some of the medical bills.
Well, since Claire was competing to raise funds for her charity, I decided to put something together in her honor since she was unable to finish her race. I've asked 8 of my teammates, including Ryan Murphy, Joseph Schooling, and Megan Fontenot, to help me out with this. We've asked for pledges from around the swimming community to donate to the fund that Claire's family helped found on behalf of the Bolles swim team. You can send your pledges, names, and contact info to donationsforclaire@gmail.com. And you can also donate at operationironclaire.blogspot.com to help with medical expenses.
So you just kind of mentioned that some of the names that are going to be helping out. We want to also mention that Claire was your coach, among others, at Bolles School. Tell us what she was like as a coach.
Well, for me personally, Claire was more of a friend. I came to Bolles about halfway through the year, and I had been at the same school for 10 years previously, so, I was just shy. I didn't really know anything about swimming on a team. I just, thought swimming was for personal gain, and, swimming fast was fun, but, Claire, she coached me about more than swimming fast. She coached me how to be a teammate, and, how swimming is about more than just personal gain, and I think it really helped me find a new love for the sport.
And how has that kind of helped you now that you're at the University of Florida?
Well, this freshman year was a learning experience. I appreciate all the lessons I learned this year, and I think that next year, since the accident, I've kind of been thinking more about what she taught me and the conversations we had, and that next year I just want to make a priority of being the best teammate that I can be. And I'm absolutely sure that just caring about the people around me and doing absolutely everything I can for them will make me better, and that I'll be hopefully a bigger asset to the team next year.
Well, I can definitely tell she's taught you a lot of lessons. You've been kind of at the forefront of this fundraising effort, which I'm sure she appreciates. I understand Claire was a coach in the UK. Is that where she was at the time?
Yeah, she was. She's been in Europe coaching at Millfield for a while. I don't know much about the school, but she married her husband, Wes Blackwell, while she was here at Bolles, and that's where she ended up moving out. And I know she's done a lot for them too.
So this is a pretty big deal that you got some of these swimmers involved. You know, Ryan Murphy, who we know did very well at the Olympic trials, and Joseph Schooling, as you mentioned, is going to the Olympics for Singapore. I imagine it wasn't very difficult, though, to get them involved. Just kind of just asked them, and they were pretty quick to respond.
Yeah. I mean, I asked a couple of them, and then, 5 or 6 of them reached out to me. So, it really wasn't that hard. I mean, I know Claire touched a lot of lives, and even people who weren't coached by Claire just know how special she was and the impact she had on all of us. So, yeah, I've been getting a lot of.
So how specifically will these swimmers be involved in that fundraising? Are they swimming a certain number of laps, or tell us how they're going to be involved?
Well, it works like at our championship meets, you pledge to each of our swims. Like you can pick a swimmer or multiple swimmers, however many you want. And the first chance we have will be at Florida Senior Championships in Sarasota. It starts next Thursday. And for the people who have pledged to me, for every best time I swim at senior champs, they will give the pledged amount to the charity, the CCF.
Okay, and Ryan Murphy is going to be competing in that meet as well, and then as you mentioned, Joseph Schooling is going to be at the Olympics. So let's say Ryan goes 4 best times, and somebody pledges, let's say, $100, so they end up pledging $400. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean that would be pretty generous, but that's the idea, yeah.
Well, I think that's a really good way to kind of not only inspire yourselves to swim fast, but to kind of get a lot of donors behind all of you to do that.
Yeah, it's definitely put a new light on it. I mean, like I was always excited for the end of the season. Like everyone loves taper and putting on that suit, finally swimming fast. But this is about more than me swimming best times. It's about me doing something for someone I really care about and someone I know really cared about me. So since the lessons that Claire taught me were just such a game changer for me in swimming, I just hope I can inspire others the way she did and, turn things around for her and her family the way she turned things around for me.
Did you swim at Olympic trials, Lauren?
Yeah, I did. I swam in the 400 IM.
And did you get a best time at that meet?
No, I didn't. I had talked to my coaches about, kind of keeping up my aerobic pace a little bit and not tapering too much just because I really wanted to swim fast at a meet that I could swim multiple events. And since I only had 1 cup for trials, I just, didn't want to rest too much for that. But I still had a great time. It was a great experience, and I didn't swim bad. I swam well, and it was fun.
That's good to know. So how many events will you be swimming at this Florida State meet?
Well, I've entered in 5. I'm not sure if I'll actually be swimming 4 or 5. Probably end up doing the whole 5. But as of right now, I've got 1 each day at least, and 2 on the Saturday.
Well, I'm sure everybody who's potentially putting their pledges into, you're going to be watching you very closely as we will too. So, Lauren, thanks again for joining us. Tell us again how people can get in touch with you about donating.
You can email donationsforclaire@gmail.com.
Excellent. Well, we will definitely be thinking of Claire as she goes through her recovery, and thinking of all of you at Bolles as you get through this trying time. Lauren, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Lauren Neidigh joining us for today's edition of the Morning Swim Show. Be sure to go to our Facebook and Twitter pages to join in the conversation about any of the topics discussed on today's show. Our Twitter handle is @SwimmingWorld. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.